Hey, what's up everybody? It's Greeny. I'm here in Panama City, Panama. This is the famous Panama sign, and we're right downtown by the waterfront. There's a beautiful walkway here for bikes and walking, and I met a guy here, what's your name? Charles from Cleveland, and we're going to talk about his little travel experience coming to Panama. I'm going to Colombia tomorrow, but Charles was supposed to go home tomorrow from Panama, and due to Hurricane Dorian, his flight was canceled. So he flew Spirit and tried to change his flight to tomorrow, but no can do. So their first available flight wasn't until next week. So apparently, what are you going to try to do then? What did you do?
I'm going to try to go on to another airline site and see if I can come in a different route.
How much was that?
It's not along Dorian's path. I did check into it and was able to find one on Delta Airlines. It's quite expensive though.
How much more?
$1,100 total.
Woo!
And
when does that leave?
That's going to leave tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Was there any cheaper flights than that?
No cheaper flights than that.
So
that was the quickest, I should say. There may be a couple that were a little bit cheaper, but that was the quickest flight getting there. It was only 7 hours. Some flights were 23 or more hours.
Well, maybe since Spirit didn't have any available flights till next week, maybe they'll refund you your money for your flight and reimburse you for this other airline you had to take due to them not having any availability till next week.
I'm sure hoping so, because most of us don't have an extra $1,100 around for an expense like that we weren't counting on spending.
Yeah. What do you think about Panama so far?
Panama's been nice, really nice. A lot of great places. I was pleasantly surprised by the fact that it is truly a metropolis in Central America, maybe the greatest metropolis in Central America. So I was pleasantly surprised by that, and the fact that the people are welcoming and warm. There's many things to do while you're here, many great places to eat also.
Yeah, it's a beautiful city. I mean, just the skyline's amazing. Let me zoom this around so you guys can see what the skyline looks like here. So we're going down this walking path here, and actually, if you guys can see this street here with all this traffic, it is crazy. You got to take the bridges to get across. But when we got here Sunday morning, they closed this road down in the morning till noon, and there's hundreds of bicyclists out there. So it's really cool. They rent bikes, all kinds of stuff. I wish I would have done that, but I didn't.
It is nice that they do that. It's a novel idea. Other cities probably should try that on Sundays, because traditionally you don't have a lot of people working that day, and it makes for lighter traffic, so people can take an alternative route if they have to go that direction. So
well, plus it's just great exercise, and you know, great way to meet people. I'm sure you meet a lot of people out here when everybody's congregating, bicycling through the city.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
So here's the marina here. Weird thing about this marina, I'll close this up here, is that when the tide is low, it's like mud. I mean, these boats are buried in the mud here, so they must only be able to take off when the tide is high. And you know, I don't know about having all that mud on the bottom of my boat like that, like sunk into just, and it smells bad too. It smells like sewage almost, that mud. When we get up there, maybe we'll see if it's I think the tide's still a little high right now. It's usually mid-afternoon when it gets low.
And that is the Pacific Ocean in the distance, right?
Yeah, this is the Pacific. And actually in the distance there is Casco Viejo, which is the old city of Panama. That was in ruins for a long time, and a very bad neighborhood, but they've revamped it. There's a lot of new construction, a lot of renovation, a lot of new bars, coffee shops, and I'll tell you, the police presence there is tenfold anywhere else in the city. I guess, you know, if you want people to come, they want to feel safe, and that's the way to do it. But there was police at almost every corner there, so a very secure, safe place. So on this walking path, there's different playgrounds, a ton of basketball courts. Another thing I noticed is they have some workout equipment on the side. So if you're walking or jogging and you want to stop and do something different, they do have some workout equipment on the side. I've seen that in a lot of big cities that I've been to. Bangkok, Hong Kong had that. I was in Hong Kong. They had workout equipment all over the place down by the riverfront there. It must be a thing on the water. People like to be by the water and get some exercise. Some of these buildings are amazing. I think the reason why they have so much money here in Panama is due to the Panama Canal. They just made a separate pathway there for even larger ships. So now they can fit the largest ships in the world through the Panama Canal. And I mean, I can only imagine how much money they charge each of these shipping companies for every boat that goes through the canal. I mean, I don't know, $10, $20, $30,000. Who knows? Maybe there's a contract, but this country's not hurting at all. That's I believe that's how they make all their money and have this great economy here.
The amazing part is that it only takes a matter of minutes for a boat, a large ship, to go through all of the locks there at the Panama Canal. And it's quite an engineering feat, which uses no electricity, no water pumps.
Yeah, just some hydraulics and water pressure on those gates. A little bit of hydraulics, but not much. The gates are all hollow, and the water pushes them open. So just when they close them, it's just a little bit of hydraulics. But it's amazing. Let's see, maybe we can get a look here at this marina real quick. See if it's dried out yet. The water's starting to get a little low here. You can see it. It's pretty disgusting. Yep. When we started this walk, when we went down to our destination, this was all water in here. And now it's just a muddy mess. And in about another hour, there will be no water in here. So I've never seen a marina like this before.
By 8 p.m., the water level rises probably another 3-4 feet in some areas. Some areas it's probably 8 to 10 feet.
Yep, you'd never know it was muddy like this. Let's see, we'll just go up here, see what this vendor's doing, and maybe cut it off there. But yeah, so anyways, I've been traveling around trying to decide where I'm going to retire to. I retire next January, and checking here. Tomorrow I'll be heading to Cartagena, Colombia, checking there. I got about 10-15 more places I'm going to check in the next year, and then the following September of 2020, that's I'll probably stay long term somewhere. So a lot of factors going into that, but I'll have to make a decision. So we're just going to show you this vendor and these basketball courts. Now, what happens if you can't get home until next week? What are you going to do, Charles?
Well, I'm hoping that flight will go through Atlanta. It's still scheduled on time, so.
If you're stuck here, though, what do you think you'll do? You going to go visit a different part of the country, or just stay in the city?
I might go to Colombia. Yeah. And find out what's happening there. I heard that's a beautiful place also.
I wonder if you could rent a car and drive there. I think you can. I think there's one part that might be kind of rough to get through, but I almost think you can rent a car. I thought I saw something on my reservation for my airlines. They were offering rental cars for like $2.50, which was like crazy. But when you think about how much the Uber and everything's been here, like $2, $3, $5 to head across the city, you know, it makes sense, I guess. But you know, the food's same price as the United States here, pretty much. Food's been really good, but so yeah, so they got these basketball courts all over the place. very nice city, great place to visit. Feels pretty safe. If you want to go to an exotic place away from the U.S., if you're from the United States, like I said, they take American currency here, and you know, sort of almost feels like I'm not really out of the United States, but a little bit of a language barrier, but a lot of people do speak English. So all right, well, thanks for watching and have a great day.